Hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. Most of the time it's motorcycles on my channel, but not always. That's why I called it Rocky Mountain Life. It's try and share our adventures of living in the Rocky Mountains and where we go and what we do, and this is what we're doing today. So this is Chimney Rock National Monument. And we're gonna walk around and take a look. There's a lot of ancient ruins up here from the ancient Native American Pueblo folks. There's some gorgeous vistas up here as well. They call this the Mesa Village Trail. And this one is wheelchair accessible. This is really good for folks that can't or don't want to do a big long hike. Looks like it's paved. We've got a lot of pavement on this. There's another trail that is just up the hill here that is much rougher. It's pretty cool. We're actually going to walk both trails today, I think, and see if we can see some cool stuff. There's no shade up here though, so bring your sunblock. So they say that this little shrubby tree here is called mountain mahogany. And let's see if I can get you a close-up, if it'll focus. You've got these nice little green leaves, and then they've got these little fuzzy white things that grow off, and little squigglies. Oh. So as I've always said, these action cameras do not do justice to the views of these beautiful places. We're up here on this walkway overlooking this valley down here. Now, here's a railing. There's a drop off. Oh, there's somebody's straw hat down there. Oops.
Where?
Must have been a breezy day. It's right down here. You see it? White straw hat. You might have to step sideways over here by me. You see it right down there? Well, this valley's huge. And look, there's a farmhouse or something down there. Got water down there. Probably looks really small and really far away on the camera. Big valley. Now, for those of you who might be curious, this Chimney Rock National Monument is located sort of halfway between Pagosa Springs and Durango in southwest Colorado. Very cool. Very beautiful, but very warm in July. Both turkeys and dogs are domesticated by the ancestral Puebloans for a variety of uses. Turkey feathers were woven with sinew or added to skins for clothing and blankets. May have served as guard turkeys. Even a few examples of ceremonial burials of turkeys. Dogs may have been used for hunting and protection. Both animals were eaten, but it may have been during times of famine and not as daily fare. I guess it was
workroom and pantry. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like
shelter, storage, gathering, and working spaces. Workroom and pantry. So these are the actual ruins, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some mortar in between some of these stones, but I don't know if that's new just to help preserve them. All right, so now we're starting the upper trail here at Chimney Rock National Monument. This is called the Great House Trail. It's a third of a mile. This one's a little more challenging. It's not paved. And it goes up there. People of Chimney Rock were known as sky watchers. The Great House, they called this. And that's where we're headed. So I believe this whole big thing up here is known as the Great House. So definitely a worth trip up here, guys. If you ever come to Chimney Rock National Monument, highly recommend it. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like we're gonna get wet. Got a thunder bumper rolling in. So I'm thinking our timing was just about right. So now we are at the parking area of a place called Piedra Falls, which is another area, another waterfall that you can access near the Pagosa Springs area. And it's about a half a mile hike from this parking area where we're at right now up to where you can see the falls. But even right here at the parking area, it's very peaceful. Got a lot of running water right here behind me. It's very pretty. So we're gonna take a hike up the road here, or up the trail I should say, and see if we can find these waterfalls, Piedra Falls. It's quite a ways out here. It's not a short drive, but it's not horrible either. It's about an hour and a half from town, hour and 20 minutes. And that's not because it's a lot of miles. It's mostly because it's a very slow, narrow dirt road to get out here, but it's passable. We did it with a truck without any trouble. I might suggest you do it with an all-wheel drive, but I think your usual crossover SUVs, all-wheel drive, should be able to handle it. So, can't see my screen. Half a mile. So we're gonna take a walk and see what this is all about. But you're out here in the forest. It's very quiet, very remote. Piedra Falls. At least I'm guessing that's how it's said. Very cool. Very, very cool. So now it is our final morning here. We're checking out of our place where we're staying here, and we're going to head home. But wanted to give you a little look around at where we stayed. This is a place just outside of Pagosa, just east of Pagosa Springs, 4.5 miles. It's called the High Country Lodge. I mean, it's right here, nestled in this little valley. It's right off of Highway 160, so it's right by the busy road. But it's a nice, peaceful spot. So anyways, guys, thanks for coming along today. And like I mentioned at the beginning, most of my content's going to involve motorcycles. And it will continue to mostly revolve around the motorcycle. But I did name the channel Rocky Mountain Life to do other things as well, I guess. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do when you live in a place like Colorado. And frankly, every place I've ever lived has had things like that. I lived in South Africa for 2 years as a young man. Beautiful place. A whole lot of things that you can do there as well. I lived in Missouri for 8.5 years. And Southwest Missouri, and there's a lot of beautiful places there that you can do. I lived in Idaho for several years. Same thing, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State. Lots of beautiful places and lots of things that you can do there. So I made this channel in part so that I can share my adventures. It's a nice little hobby for me, teaching me how to edit videos and do things that I've never done before that I wanted to learn how to do. But also to kind of encourage people, hopefully, to go out and have your own adventures. Sometimes it's, I guess for some people, it's not as easy as for others. And I'm one of the ones that it's not that easy to do. I'm a homebody. I'm not terribly social. I don't like to be around crowds and a whole lot of other folks. So it was a little bit hard for me to sort of put myself out there and say, let's go do these things. And you know, we've been out here for a few days now, and it's time to go home, and I'm actually ready and happy to go home because I'm not great at traveling and doing things like that. But we get to see some beautiful places. I mean, just the trees and the mountains around here, the scenery. Hopefully I can bring some of that to life in this video. I haven't created it yet, just been doing the actual filming, but get out and do something on your own. Get out and break out of your comfort zone just a little bit. I know it's been good for me and continues to be good for me, and I've been really enjoying it. So anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next adventure.